You want to find out how to take a car that looks really bad and make it this gorgeous? Well, watch the rest of this episode of Roadkill Garage.
While we kill ourselves.
Oh, dude, it was torture, but well worth it.
For you.
Yeah. How come it's always all about me?
I don't know.
You want to do something of yours next time?
Try to explain it to me.
Wow, this is going to be kind of a personal episode for me because we're going to revive my dream car, the 71 Road Runner. Hit it! Unfortunately, it's kind of gutless, and yes, it's a one-legger. But this time, that doesn't matter that much to me because what I'm looking for here is to have a really nice daily driver. I don't need it super radical, I just need it completely reliable and looking okay. I'm actually happy that the paint's kind of shot on it, but you're gonna see us compounding the thing, cleaning it all up, fixing some dents, changing a few things to make this the car I've wanted forever, the perfect muscle car daily driver. You ready?
Yeah, let's go.
I guess I should tell you why this car is such a big deal to me, because a lot of people think a 71 Road Runner or Satellite is really ugly. I think it's one of the greatest body styles ever, but it's all about memories. I had a 446 pack car when I was 19 years old, ended up selling it, always wanted another one, and I dug deep for literally years to find this one. This is a 383 automatic car with a bench seat, and it would be exactly the right car for me if it didn't have the vinyl top and if it did have a 4-speed. But other than that, this is the greatest thing I've found in 10 years of looking. And it came from a Roadkill fan. Brian Crumpacker saw on Facebook that I was dying to have one of these cars and he had the perfect one. And what makes it perfect is it's not flawless. It's an original, solid, fairly rust-free car. It just has specks of rust. It doesn't have the original paint job, it's been repainted once, but it doesn't need any work, really. It ran and drove perfectly when I got it, and it's not so nice that I can't drive the thing absolutely everywhere. It's not so nice that I can't just wash it at the coin-op car wash, because I'm terrible at detailing cars. It's the right one. I think this is the keeper, and it's the car that I will finally actually drive every day. I'm glad all the bones are solid on it, because my goal is pretty much leave it stock. I mean, I'll upgrade aftermarket stuff where it's relevant to making it a more reliable daily driver, but I don't need this one to be fast.
Can I punch it?
Go for it.
No, it won't burn them out, but I want to see if it gets down.
Transmission works great.
Yeah. Well, that's about what you'd expect out of a stock 383.
With 323s and an automatic, and yeah. I think this is how they ran when they were new.
Yeah, pretty much.
I want to be able to drive at 80 miles an hour all day long and not worry about it. Here's my agenda for the next couple days.
Yeah.
Paint revival, wheels and tires, and stripe. Okay. Don't hit the dart.
Man, this thing drives like a cream puff.
I know.
Are you sure we need to work on it?
Needs brakes bad.
Yeah.
This thing has horrible brakes, and I want the suspension to be perfect. Right now it pulls to the right quite a bit, and so I got a whole suspension rebuild kit, and I have a bunch of other parts coming, but they're not here yet. Because why? I ordered them too late. So we're gonna tear this thing apart and hope that the stuff actually shows up. If it doesn't, we're putting it all back together again. I can't wait to get rid of these wheels and tires.
How about if we just put the wheels and tires on it and drive it around?
Oh, that would be a lot
really
better.
What I want to do.
It'd be more satisfying.
Yeah. You think I can lift this off with my bare hands?
You're Dulcich.
Like I was 25 years old again or something?
You are a gorilla.
I'm gonna go for full brute strength. Machismo. No.
Oh, wow.
It's holding it.
How about the axles, maybe? He was trying to take the center section out of the rear end and forgot to pull the axles. That's good. You have the axles out this time?
You won't let me live that one down soon, will you?
No.
That was pretty bad.
Oh! That was pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'll be impressed if you can put it back in that way.
Now the hard part is going to be lifting this thing up here. I probably should be using a jack, but I think I'm going to just try to do a bench press.
I'll drop it on your chest.
I think I'm going to put it on my stomach.
If you're going to drop it at all, put it on your head.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought we were friends.
Look at that 276 posse going in.
There we go. And,
whoa. You dominated that installation.
bam!
Look at that.
Just like that. I got winded lifting that thing up, so it was hard to do that.
I could tell.
Yeah.
Dulcich almost died improving my life. Because I want to drive this thing every day and I don't want to put an automatic overdrive transmission in it. I might put a gear vendors in it later, but I want the RPM low on the freeway, so we just installed a 276 posi instead of the 323 open that was in it. And you know, normally I'd be putting like a 410 or something for drag racing, but this thing, I'm more interested in cruising 85 miles an hour all day long. Guess what, Dulcich?
It was super manly putting their rear end in.
It was pretty good. The bench press, I liked it.
Yeah.
I think we've disassembled everything we can disassemble and we don't have any parts, and so we're done for the night.
Well, you can always kind of break down the braking system for the new shoes, springs, wheel cylinders.
I think that we don't have anything else to do and we can break for the night.
Hey, that sounds great.
Okay.
Yeah, man, let's get out of here and get some beer. I've had it.
Lock the door.
Yep.
Man, I was up all night just dreaming of polishing things. I don't want to do any of this needless mechanical work. What has become of me? Dulcich, I'm slipping.
What are you doing?
Polishing the mirror instead of rebuilding the front suspension.
Man.
But it looks really good.
Come on, go get greasy. I'm like here grueling on your greasy differential while you're just sitting there standing and polishing your mirror.
Well, I know, but hopefully parts showed up and hopefully they're the right parts, which means I can get back to actual work and we can wrap up the suspension and stuff before we get into the more extensive polishing. Look at that. This is everything we need for brakes and suspension. Okay, we're good to go. Now actual work can begin. Less polishing, more wrenching. I've been working for at least half an hour trying to get the lower control arm out. He's gonna go beast mode on it with the crowbar of death.
Time for plan B.
Is it coming?
Come a little bit, it looks like.
I had to vice grip it. Finally, I'm at the end. That's a boom, Dulcich.
My big giant crowbar didn't work,
No.
but it was pretty impressive, I thought.
Here's the strut rod. Done. Okay. All right, Dulcich. You're the bushing and ball joint guy.
All right, I'm on it. The outer shell of the bushing is pressed in here, and there's no way to press it from the backside. So I just take an old retainer like this, and I'm gonna weld it to the flange of that bushing shell. It doesn't have to be pretty, it just has to be strong. I think it's coming out. And it's gonna be hot. See? There it is. Simple as pie.
Ready for this? This is what we call roadkill brake rebuild. Look at that. Stuff is like magic. I literally love this stuff. I would take it home. I would marry it. I would let it meet my parents. There you go. Roadkill rebuild. This is going to look familiar because these are the exact same shocks that we installed on the crop duster a few episodes back. They're a QA1 Stalker Star, and frankly, they're radical overkill for what we're doing here because I got the double adjustable version, and I just wanted it to be really, really great riding, and I wanted all that adjustability. So this is another Roadkill example of way too good a part on way too bad a car. But it's going to make it ride good, and that's what's important to me. Okay, if I go tight, it's hard to pull out, and then loosen it up, and whoop! Adjustability in action. Call it a night?
I think I'm pretty well done for today.
We're nowhere near done.
Dude, you're a slave driver, Freiburger.
Well, we're pretty much close to the mechanical thing. Once we get the brake seals, we'll end up finishing that up, and then it's all about making it spick and span.
Yeah, I can't wait to buff this thing out. It's gonna look freaking awesome.
We're gonna run out of time. Let's go eat.
Today, we make the Road Runner gleam. Man, that thing has got the worst burned up oxidized paint I've ever seen. But you know what? Underneath all of that garbo, it's actually pretty good. So we stayed up kind of late last night. We worked out the combination of sauces and buffers and pads, and I think we could make it actually look pretty good. But what the heck is that on my stool?
Oh, it's breakfast.
Dude, that's disgusting.
No, it's not.
Can I throw it away?
No.
Then shove it down your gullet so I can sit down.
This is a gourmet delight. Unfortunately, it went face down on the chair a second ago, but it's still really good.
With peanut butter crunchy?
No, there's no cinnamon, right? Brown sugar is the only Pop-Tart.
Okay.
Yeah. I put a tape on here so that we can do like the...
Before and after?
You ever go to the swap meet and there's like the infomercial guy standing there with a microphone on and he's showing you how to wax stuff?
No, but I can imagine.
Yeah, he's like a carnival barker trying to get people to buy wax, and they always separate like a clapped out old fender into two pieces so you can polish one side and see like the difference before and after. So that's where we're gonna go. So Dulcich is into old school with absolutely everything that you touch.
Yeah.
So his tool is like a professional buffer, and you can see it just moves in a perfect circle, and it's got a wool pad, which is, I guess...
the best you can get.
The best way you could possibly do it. And then there's mine, which is Meguiar's MT300. You can get a lot of these on the market, and it's a DA. Watch. See how the pad doesn't just spin, it actually moves in an orbit like this, and it also has a foam pad instead of the wool. So in theory, this is like easier to use, doesn't put swirls in it like that does, and it's got less risk of just completely swirling and destroying your paint job.
I really think this is a lot better. You won't find stuff like that toy over there at a body shop. This is what you'll find.
So this is step one to saving the paint. He's putting on like professional compound. It's a Meguiar's number 84.
We like to call it saucing up.
Sauce it up. Okay, so wait, to begin with, here's the difference. Like, I'll put the stuff on the pad and swirl it around, and you sauce up the panel directly. What's up with that?
This is the way it's done.
Okay.
Look at that.
Look at that.
It's a lot better. I see a little streakiness here and there, but we'll probably get that on the next step that Freiburger's going to do.
You're done fooling around with that antiquated equipment?
We've got 2 more steps. I got to leave something for you.
After Dulcich finished up with the wool pad on the buffer, I followed it up with the Meguiar's Ultimate Paint Restoration System. You can buy this as a kit. It comes with 3 different foam pads and 3 different materials. First of all, I hit it with a red pad using the Ultimate Compound, which further removes some stains. Next, I put the black pad on it, and that's with the Ultimate Polish, which is a glaze. It helps get rid of the swirl marks. And the final step is with the finest pad, which is the yellow one, and the Ultimate Liquid Wax.
Your buffer is actually pretty good.
Oh man, you're admitting that the technology is actually...
Yeah, it's hard to win me over on something, a newfangled buffer like that,
But it's true, right?
it's not bad.
Ready?
Yeah.
Peel it. Wow.
Boom. Look at that.
That's unbelievable. Look, it even took this scratch out. You can see this scratch here. Gone.
That's way better than I expected.
Man.
It looks like you painted it.
That is dramatic, isn't it? It's a different color. Now we have to do the whole rest of the car.
Let's just stop right here.
The 71 side marker light is one of the things that just makes this car. It's a 1 year only side marker light with the 3 segments like this. In 72, they went onto a bolt-on, just reflector-looking thing. This is way better. I like the way your hair blows like Brooke Shields in Blue Lagoon.
Somehow don't think that's meant to be a compliment.
You want to know how long this is going to take if you try it yourself? It's taken Steve and I the whole day to get this side of the car done. I'm at the point of waxing it. He's cutting the trunk, then we got to do the roof and the hood. So we're probably going to be here till 2 or 3 in the morning again. And we'll see you tomorrow where we get to find out, are the brakes done? Are the wheels and tires on it? Are we finished waxing? Did we fix the dent? Stay tuned tomorrow on Roadkill Garage. My level of obliteration is reminding me why I never wax things.
Well, you know what? I'm more enthusiastic here than I've been all week.
Because it's done?
Yeah, because I'm not going to pick up a buffer again.
Oh, man. It took 2 of us like 2 15-hour days. Like 30 man-hours, right? In making this happen?
That's 60
man-hours.
Yeah.
Not worth it.
My hands are all swollen.
That's why oxidation wins. Our final finish on the paint job, it's not what you would call show quality. It probably looks a whole lot better on camera than it does in real life. But for me, it's like exactly what I wanted because it's totally presentable. Neighbors can't complain, looks nice. Anybody at a gas station's gonna go, man, cool car, dude. But it has enough chips in it and little scratches and stuff that I don't really have to worry about it. So this is perfect. There's a debate going on here because I think these exhaust tips extend way too far and look stupid. Dulcich doesn't want me to cut them because he thinks that they're good. I'm gonna cut them. Oh, that's way better. Like Lucky says, paint it black, put it back.
I called my buddy Bo Shears and he said these are supposed to be red on the face.
Why?
So when you look through the mag wheel, you have nice red paint and it looks really jazzy.
Really?
Yeah. Should I paint it?
It's kind of too late, right?
I thought I'd start painting before I asked you. I don't know about that red. Do you want to take a look?
What?
It's like call girl lipstick red.
Oh, leave it. Who knows? It'll look 70s. Decals off, no. Alignment, critical. Wheels and tires, critical. So what are we actually doing? Non-critical. Do you say valence or do you say valance? I just say valence. Ours is mangled. The prior owner said it's because it hit a coyote. I don't think so. But we're trying to just bend it out as simply as possible without having to actually do body work.
Is the gigantic crowbar going to succeed for the first time ever?
No, it's going to slip and poke a hole in the radiator.
That's what I was thinking. I think I need to support it right here.
Right there?
With the stick.
Ready?
Yeah. That's pulling it out.
In a good way, right?
Yeah. Whoa!
Oh, it's way better. It's going to be good enough for me. Backed by popular demand, the zip tie moment. So, Dulcich is really good at barnyard bodywork, and we just straightened out this valance a lot. It looks so much better, but unfortunately, this thing is pretty hashed. This is the lower grill, and the studs are broken off. This ear is broken off. It has one mounting point with no nut on it. So, what are we gonna do? You called it! We're gonna zip tie this thing right there in place. Now's where it gets tricky. This is where I'm gonna have to bend a loop around that lower tab. If you need to get a zip tie around a U-turn, you can. Put one bend in it there, and another bend in it there. And now you can get it around a corner like so. Doo-doo. Oh man, this is gonna be good. The main thing is it's gonna keep this grill piece from falling out because these are hard to find in good shape. Always hold your car together with zip ties. That was your Roadkill Garage zip tie moment. Aren't you glad it's back?
Here we go.
Dish mags.
US Indy. That was the brand that you would have seen on these cars back in the day, right?
Oh, dude, look at the red.
Yeah.
Look at your drums showing through.
You know why I wanted the dish mag?
Not that many people have them anymore.
That's part of it, but look at the kidney shape of the window here.
Yeah.
And the same shape of the wheel well.
So this is a 15x9 with 5-inch back spacing and a Cooper Cobra GT tire in 275/60/15. And the fronts are gonna be 15x8. And I think they've got 4.5-inch back spacing or 4 3/4.
I can't wait to see it on the ground.
Yeah, everyone puts 15x7s on these cars. They need a bigger meat. I hope it clears.
Well, that's the wheels. Let's get out of here, man. We got to get this thing aligned.
Are they all tight?
Yeah.
Is the whole front suspension tight?
Let's go.
What?
They're closing, man. We got to book it.
Are you like playing reality show drama? Oh no, you're not. It's 4:35.
4:30, man.
Okay. We got that alignment done yesterday, which was super cool, and this thing looks good outside, but we're about to make it gooder. I'm gonna put the factory stripe on the car, but to do that, I have to get rid of this. So I'm gonna use the 3M eraser wheel.
Looks like fun.
Okay, I wanna check what it's doing to the paint though.
It's not even phasing the paint. Here, let me wheel the bird.
Okay, that is Roadkill approved right there.
Bye-bye, birdie. You think that's good enough?
Yeah.
Got a little bit of a bird outline right here. It's gonna give it a light color sanding. Try to smoothen that out a little bit.
Finally ready for the thing that I've been waiting for, the factory strobe stripe. What's gonna happen first is a lot of cutting the stripes apart and placing them perfectly on the car with painter's tape and figuring out exactly where they go before we start to lay them down. All right, the first thing I'm doing is the most critical point on the stripe, which is centering the bird on the rear axle and making sure that the bottom of this block is perfectly parallel to this lip on the car. Once that's established, it really determines everything else. You guys missed like half an hour of nothing but measuring and leveling and perfecting, and we've got it precisely within like 20 thousandths in position. Yeah?
Right. And we mean
Literally.
thousands.
Now, next step is stick this thing on. Zero concern about my placement.
Oh, really? Okay.
Don't get your hand in the stripe.
No.
Don't want dust or hair on there.
It's pretty easy so far.
Okay.
It's all you, bro.
Dulcich just gets so freaked out.
Well, you know, we spent an hour measuring this all out, and it comes down to this.
Yep. All right, now I'm just squeegeeing the water out from underneath it, getting rid of all bubbles.
I used to have a dog named Bubbles.
See, this is why I don't like a guide. That is a different thickness than this because you can't trust the backing. I'm just putting it on.
No.
Yes.
Here, I'm going to put guides on there whether you like it or not.
They will throw me off.
Really?
Yes.
How will that
We're
throw
not
you?
getting along right now.
How could that throw you off?
Well, first of all, you put it on crooked. Second,
All right.
so now this comes off. Any dirt that gets on that is a disaster. Okay.
I can't watch.
Oh no.
Oh, dude. I could tell you're bluffing.
So that's the process. Now we're going to continue it all the way over the other side. I can't wait to see this thing. It's going to be great. I'm ready to peel. It's when you finally get to see the contrast of that black stripe against the paint. That's your process. There's your stripe. All we got to do now is clean the windows up and out of here.
Big Joe.
barely outrunning the dog. The Road Runner is slow.
It's like the road jogger, maybe?
Yeah, I could stand for it to be pretty significantly quicker.
100 more horsepower and you'd be sold, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This episode wasn't about performance, but it's roadkill, so we got to give you a burnout. The problem is, this thing makes no horsepower whatsoever. We put a highway gear in it that puts less torque to the ground. We put a posi in it so that it would do two-wheel spin, but that's twice as much traction, so I'm going to give it a little bit of an assist.
Ready?
Yeah, go. There we go. All right. Wow, this thing makes no power. We might have to fix that on the next episode. That is pathetic.
In the end, we added up that we spent 72 man-hours detailing this car, but man, it was worth it. Just think back to how bad this paint was when we started. This car looked like a turd. I mean, it was like a chalkboard. The wheels and tires were dinky. It was missing the stripe. It was a rag. But look at it now. Man, this thing just gleams. The paint's not perfect, but it's really good. And the stance on those dish mags and Cooper Cobra GTs is perfect. And best of all, I've got that reflective strobe stripe that I've been wanting for 20 years. Now, if this thing just wasn't such a pig, it'd be perfect.
That's all, folks.
The polish is the glaze, Freiburger.
Yeah, but I'd try that machine glaze. I bet it's better.
Okay,
Although, who knows? That Ultimate Wax was super good.
I'll try this.
You're going to go with the machine glaze?
Yeah,
Shake it up real good. It's been sitting for 20 years.
I'll use the other one. It won't even squirt out of the bottle.
Oh.
Oh man, that
Go to
looks-
town. That's a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's a fresh pad. I didn't want it to run dry.